The Urban Binge Radio Podcast,
where we discuss viral topics, hot jams, new artists, fun, and informative interviews and conversations. This is your news stop for the hottest trend in urban culture news. 2 shows, 1 podcast, The Urban Binge Show and Sunday Flow Show powered by The Urban Binge.
The Urban Binge Radio Podcast. Listen anywhere podcast can be heard. This is the Urban Binge Radio. Sunday Flow.
The next thing I want to discuss is Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley's sentencing. As you know, those 2 white people who I really love his wife, and I think his wife should have gotten out faster than she did. Now she done got herself entangled in 7 years in prison when she should have got out sooner. Not only that, you've been sleeping with a man who was having sex with another man behind your back, and all of this is revealed in court. You know what I'm saying? Julie looks horrible. She looks like she's lost a lot of weight. Her head is huge. Her head didn't lose weight, but her body lost weight. And I feel so horrible for Todd Chrisley. How is Todd gonna look with orange scrubs on?
So, just one question. Is this story part of the Sunday Flow Show because they're in the Bible Belt or because they are?
Right.
I mean, I'm just asking.
Because let me tell you, the judge really didn't care that much, I feel like. But then again, you know what? This judge really put the hammer down. 7 years and 16 months, both each probation after they get out. What are they going to do? They're both filing for an appeal, they said. It'll be crazy if one person appeal works and the other person appeal doesn't. What if Todd appeal works and the wife doesn't?
Now, that'll be some, hush should work. I'm sorry.
And that'll be some mess.
I'm sorry. That just made me mad because I'll be real mad.
That'll be real. Because I thought
sorry.
she should have been left.
But that would definitely be messed up for real. That'll be real messed up because that just took me to 38 Hot real quick because Julie is a nice lady. Okay.
And she don't deserve the 7 years, I feel like.
No, she doesn't.
I don't feel like she deserves. Well, I don't feel like she deserves.
I don't know how much she knew. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know how much she knew.
I don't care if she did. No, I think that.
No, if she knew and she participated, now you
well,
can't.
I think people should be forgiven. If this is first time
I feel like it was his
fraud
idea
or something, you should be forgiven for your first fraud round.
So why do you think that's a joke? Give me your reasoning and analysis. Stop lying. Get out of my course.
I mean, you get forgiven for your first beat up.
Why would you fill up the jails with somebody who committed fraud for the first time instead of scaring them up with 24 months of probation and locking up a murderer and filling up the jails with people who actually do crime that is bad to the society? Them stealing money for the first time is not so bad to give them 12 years and 7 years. The 16 months probation, that's a lot. The 16 months probation alone is good. And this was a white judge. So, honey, she probably was very irritated with the facts of this story. Very irritated and put the hammer down. She put the hammer down on Todd Chrisley. She honestly, truly slammed it down on him. She knows, and the reason why it's such a slam down is because she knows who Todd is.
Right.
She knows that his spirit and his being, who he is, cannot take prison for 12 years. And to know when that 7th year comes, she's about to be released, and I still have 7 more years to go, or 6. Right?
He got 10 years?
He got 12 years.
12.
When she get to the 7-year mark and get out, he's going to have, 5 left. He is going to have a fit. Todd is definitely bending over a lot when he get there.
Wrong with that. He's getting some new booty implants put in, installed in his ass.
Todd is probably going to have a whole clan of people that is going to look up to him. Todd is definitely going to be in programs that, empower people. He's going to be teaching people real estate. I'm pretty sure they're going to set him up to teach classes and things like that. And she should do the same thing. The only sad part is they will not be able to write each other. You cannot write from facility to facility. You cannot do that. A male and a woman cannot. You have to get special permission from the judge.
Right.
And that is so unfortunate because they're basically going through a forced divorce. A forced separation. Let me not say divorce because you could be married, but it's definitely a forced separation.
Well, she gonna divorce him, I think.
Yeah. You better call it. You better call it. That's what make your views go up. When you call stuff before it happens, your views go up by the time it happens, and you titled the video the right way. That's a hint for the YouTubers out there that's watching.
Seriously, I do think that Julie she's at
Speak
her
from your heart.
She's at her wit's end.
And that's what Jay feels, and that's what I feel. And I think we're going to be shocked when we hear the news come from prison, probably. She's going to get a wake-up call. So many ladies are going to caress her. They're going to tell her what she don't need and what she shouldn't have did.
Number one,
they're going to be real with her.
It's going to be a lot more difficult for either of them to fight a divorce in prison. And she would know that. But whoever files first has the upper hand. So you can still file while both of y'all in prison. And guess what?
Whoever is out got the upper hand. But hell, like you said, it's worse because they both in there.
Right.
So now it falls on whoever goes first.
They both have to report at the same time? They both have to report on the same day?
They both have to report at the same time on the same day.
Well, then she better wait till she get out and file for divorce. And then she better... Because they can get parole in about 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can get parole definitely. For fraud. I think for the fraud and the tax,
and they're gonna
money laundering and all that stuff.
add that on to the probation. Whatever they didn't spend in jail is going to be added on to the probation. But how much of community service do you have to do when you got 7 years, you get out at the 3-year mark, and how much and you got 16 months probation? That's a lot of more months of probation and a lot of more community service, a lot of community service that you're going to have to do to fulfill the court's needs. And I would appeal and appeal and appeal again because Julie does not deserve the punishment that she's getting. I just don't think so. Unless, like you said, Julie fully was aware and said things like, just do it. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Then yeah. Because there are black families out here who are living in poverty and can't make it. And you have a nerve to be fraudulently making money and have not driven your white tails to the black neighborhoods to give to them since you are fraudulently getting the money.
They became parents of a black child and ended up taking on black tendencies, girl. They said we're gonna fraud.
Them ain't black tendencies. White people been doing fraud.
Don't you sit up here and
us.
motherfucking play like these black people don't be
doing frauds before us.
You know good and well black people fraud their taxes so they can get their goddamn tax
Whites
refunds.
Was doing it first because we couldn't file. They was filing all them black children that they shouldn't have been filing on their shit. Okay, so we'll be right back, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in again. I cannot stress that enough and express that enough. And I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys for clicking on this video, listening to us. Everybody that is listening on the podcast, we really appreciate it. Jam in your car, jam on the train, jam on the bus, jam walking down the sidewalk or wherever you at. Listen to us. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that thumbs up. And for the people listening to the podcast, add us to your favorites and give us 5 stars, please, so that everybody else can hear and laugh with you and with us. All right. We will be back. This is Vanessa Bell Armstrong. Shine on me. Shine on me. Hey.
This is the Urban Binge Radio. Thunderflow.
Turn on the light.
This is the Urban Binge Radio. Thunderflow.
Nobody else can love me like you. You're the only one that can do what no other God can. You are holy, only. Nobody else can be who you are. Stand alone and I stand in awe of your matchless power. You are holy, only, holy, holy God. God, you are. Nobody else, nobody else, nobody else. You are holy, holy. Nobody else, nobody else, nobody else. You are holy, holy. Nobody else. Jesus, nobody else. You are holy, holy. Nobody else. Nobody, nobody, nobody. Nobody, nobody, nobody. You are holy, holy. Nobody else. Nobody else. Nobody else. You are holy, holy. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody can heal like you. Nobody can do the things you do. You are holy, holy. Nobody else. I've not met one else. I've searched all over, couldn't find nobody, nobody, nobody like you. Nobody else, nobody else, nobody else. You are holy, holy God. Holy, only. Oh, yeah. You are holy, holy. Nobody else can love me like you. Ooh, only you. You are holy, holy.
This is the Urban Binge Radio. Thunderflow.
Aja Walls with Holy Only. That song really had me flat out on my face crying, like boohoo crying. I just heard it for the first time a couple days ago. I don't know if these songs are really Christmas-y. I hope that you can find the Christmas in these songs and they're not too just Sunday or just gospel or just worship. I hope you can find the Christmas in the song, because to me, most gospel songs can be Christmas. It's about Jesus, and most slow gospel songs can be about Christmas. It's about Jesus. But I don't know. Hopefully you find the Jesus or the Christmas in these songs that we have in the playlist. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Larry Reid and Cora Jakes. So Cora Jakes, I don't really know much of the story. I just know Cora Jakes has a child that is not her child. That's not her biological child. That was given to her. The rights were signed over by the biological mother to Cora Jakes. And Larry Reid constantly reports on this story. And it kind of disappoints me because I'm in a similar situation where this child was dropped off at our front door, left with us, and after being beat up by friends, or embarrassed by friends, like you're stupid, you don't take care of your child, blah blah blah. Now she feels like I want my child back, but not putting in the action. Our story is not the exact same as this girl, but I do sometimes wish that Larry Reid would consider talking to Cora Jakes, or talking to, well, he has. Cora hasn't reached back out to him, but I wish that Cora would open up and talk to Larry and just kind of prove that if it's true that she did not do what Larry is accusing her of, which is keeping her away from this child mother. And I just don't feel like, if the mother has been an incompetent mother, why are they allowed to come back later and get in the child's life? Speaking of Chrissy and Todd Chrisley and all of them, that mother is doing the same thing. Now that they're going to jail, you were talking about the black grandchild. The biological mother to that black grandchild is trying to get that child back, the child that Todd and Julie has custody of since they're going to prison. And I just think, what makes you out of nowhere say, I want my child back? It's unfair to the person that is taking care of the child and that has grew this bond with the child, and that the child has gone back with this person.
As of right now, I hadn't filed any legal papers, but I am in the process of getting some legal papers filed so I can go back to court to get Chloe back home. And that time frame that Chloe's been gone, I was talking to attorneys and we were trying to figure out which way to go about getting Chloe back home. But at the same time, it's kind of like we were at a standstill because we were trying to figure out where we would actually end up in court, because they live in like 2 or 3 different states. I want her home. She deserves to be home. I've held back for so long to try to patiently do it. And I don't think it's right for them to just pretend that I don't exist and just say, oh, we're just gonna let Savannah get her. It don't make sense. Yeah, that's not true, because I didn't even commit Medicaid fraud. And I even had proof that I didn't commit Medicaid fraud, and I never claimed Chloe when I could not claim Chloe. Never did. That was just for them to make me look bad, because I never, literally, my record was clean. Nothing on my record. For 26, 27 years, I never had anything on my record until somebody said, oh, well, she committed Medicaid fraud. No, I did not. I mean, as far as Savannah goes, with Chloe, I don't think it's right, because at the end of the day, my thing is, I'm her biological mom. I was cut out of her life. I didn't walk away from her. I was pushed out of her life, and they wanted me to forget about Chloe, and they wanted Chloe to forget about me like I don't exist. So the reason why I feel like Chloe should be home is, I mean, she has family back home. My whole side of the family, she probably won't even remember, because she's been away for 6 years almost. That's not right for her to be, first of all, a child to be with their mother, first of all. Especially if the mom hadn't did anything for that kid to be taken, she shouldn't have been taken away from me anyway. But for them to continue to keep her away from me, that's not right. I don't understand why I had to do joint custody with Todd and Julie in the first place, because it's not like that I would just keep them away from Chloe. They figured that when we did joint custody, then, oh, that's their way to see Chloe. I wouldn't have never kept Chloe away from her other side. If they wanted to see her, they could see her. But for us to go from joint custody to them just taking her all the way, that's just too far. Like, I would never want that to happen to any mom that's doing right by her kid. I want her with me. But if Kyle's doing right, if Kyle's living his life right, I mean, I can't say nothing. I mean, I haven't even spoken to Kyle, so I don't know how Kyle's living. I don't have no social media. I have no idea, but I want her with me. Just like my other 2 kids are, they're with me.
It's unfair to allow this parent to come in and just swoop the child. So sometimes I get upset with Larry, because I wish that he knew all of the facts, but because he only knows one side of the facts, and Cora is not responding, then I have to just be quiet, and I have to just let Larry's opinion be. You gotta let everybody's opinion be their opinion. But if Larry had the other side of the facts, and Cora could show him some proof that, you know, this is what's been going on. She ain't been trying to be in her child life, but now that my husband goes to jail for rape or molesting a child, she feels the need to come hit me when I'm already going through something in the media.
Right.
So I wish Larry would look at both sides, and I wish that Cora Jakes would open up, because we're in a similar situation, and our child's mother is not in her life. She's supposed to have visits every Saturday for 3 hours and has not completed one single 3-hour visit. Not one single 3-hour visit. Okay. And I don't fault her, you know, because if she don't want to come, she ain't got to show up. That's all on her. She ain't got to show up.
I'm gonna hide back here.
That's all on her. I don't care. I'll delete it if I have to, but that's how I'm feeling right now. Anyway, Larry, one day we're going to talk to you. We're going to give you our whole situation so that you can kind of understand. But like I said, he only got one side of the facts, and that's what happens when you only have one side of the facts. Mess around with me, I got a chapter book full of evidence. Okay?
That's how it goes. Nothing is decided. Everything is an open game. You got to be on your P's and Q's when you're taking it to trial.
So the mama don't want to mess with me. Anyway, time to get into this praise mix that everybody loved this show for. Everybody loved, especially the LaShawn Pay show. It's time for the praise mix. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Urban Binge Radio, and here is the Urban Binge Praise Mix Christmas edition. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.